Hey guys, so today we're playing the White Wolf of Icicle Creek, and this is the first game we get
Hi, I'm
introduced to
Nancy Drew.
Nancy's room.
Since you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my
Mhm.
center of operations, my desk. Go ahead
Okay,
and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful,
okay, so let's
especially.
just get into the case file, I guess. Alright, current assignment. Head to Icicle Creek Lodge, a small guest lodge deep in the Canadian Rockies of Alberta, Canada, and try to figure out why so many accidents have been happening here. Oh, there. Okay. The woman who runs the lodge, Chantal Moik, I do not like her, called me out of the blue saying that Beth and Ed Rowley from Shadow Ranch had recommended me. Okay, Beth and Ed, you didn't even play Nancy, and you kicked her out the instant she picked the wrong vegetable, and you had the audacity to recommend her to another person who was also a cheapskate. Okay. She sounded so desperate that I couldn't refuse. She said she was on her way to Edmonton to meet with her lawyers, so her handyman Ollie Randall picked me up at the airport. She told me that it's been really cold and snowy out there, and that I should pack accordingly. And then she said something about a wolf. The connection was getting really bad, and I could barely hear her. But I'm pretty sure she used the word prowling, or was it howling, along with dangerous and be careful. Accidents are one thing, but wild animals, I hope I know what I'm getting into. She does not know what she's getting into, definitely. 90% of the time, that's the case for Nancy. Okay, this case file looks very worn. I think she uses the same file for every single case, I guess, which is bad. And now to choose between junior and senior mode. Okay, wait, let me get my Nancy book. I always. Okay, I misplaced it somewhere. Hmm. Can't seem to find it at this time. All of a sudden, I could have sworn I saw it just yesterday. Maybe we should do it without the book, I guess. I'm not sure if I took any notes for Icicle Creek in the first place. Oh wait, I found it. Alright. Okay. So the first page it says at me is final scene and Ghost Dogs. That's the game I played most recent. Okay. Okay, Blackmore Manor, Scarlet Hand, Alchemy in Blackmore Manor, Shadow Ranch. Oh, I think I should just choose senior first. Okay.
When Chantal told me you were just a young thing, well, I thought she was pulling my leg. You're no
Okay,
tailor,
Icicle
my
Creek. I
little
only
girl's
got
friend.
one page.
Well, if one of the people at the lodge is to blame for all those accidents, Chantal thinks somebody like me has a better chance of figuring out who it is than somebody more, hard-nosed.
Chantal has a bad habit of making up her mind without thinking things clear through. No need for you to tell her I said that, of course.
Is she still in Edmonton?
Afraid so. Insurance company's giving her
Okay,
and her
I'm eating
lawyers a
something
real
right now.
hard time. Left running the lodge up to me. Which is why I'm not real crazy about the idea of having somebody new underfoot. Especially if something else happens.
I won't be underfoot, Mr. Randall, and I may be young, but I'm no novice when it comes to solving mysteries.
We're here, so you'll get to prove yourself soon
Ooh!
enough. You hear that? Well, now,
Uh-oh.
what was that?
Oh.
Was anyone in the bunkhouse when it exploded?
No, ma'am. Everyone here at the lodge is accounted for.
That's where Elsa and Becky had been living. Guess it was a good thing they quit after all. Elsa was my maid and Becky was my cook. Does the sheriff have any idea why the bunkhouse exploded?
He said he'd know more after the lab was done running tests on the debris he'd collected. He did say the blast was pretty powerful.
One of his deputies found the knob to the back door clear out on the highway.
That does it. Nancy, you have to find out who or what
You sure you don't want to give your daddy a call?
My dad runs a whole chain of resorts, Ollie. If you think I'm going to admit to him that I can't handle running just one, guess again. Besides, Nancy comes highly recommended, and I'm sure she's got a foolproof plan for getting to the bottom of this. Don't you, Nancy?
Nope, she does
Well, I
not.
was thinking that maybe I'd just be your new maid.
You want to be my maid?
That would give me access to everyone's room, and I could question people without making them overly suspicious.
Oh, yeah!
The fact that
That's
she's
an
so
excellent
excited at having a
idea.
free maid like
All
that.
right, you're my new
Hmm.
maid. In fact, you're my new cook, too.
Your cook?
Well, that way, Ollie can stop pretending he can even read a recipe, let alone follow one. You'll have even more excuses to talk to the guests, and I won't have to pay anyone.
Why,
Oh,
I think that's a fine idea, ma'am.
fine
Now, we're not
idea.
taking
The
any
fact that
more
she
guests
doesn't have to
until this
pay.
accident thing is cleared up. So I want both of you to make sure that the four guests we have are well taken care of. Especially that Olympic caliber cross country skier from Fredonia, Yanni Volstaya. The flair he brings to the lodge is just what I need to attract the European jet setting crowd.
I'm gonna be pretty busy trying to get rid of that wolf, Chantal.
We heard it howl last night, just before the bunkhouse blew up.
Well, do whatever you have to, Ollie. Oh, and Nancy, I want you to call this police detective I've hired as a consultant. I put his number
Consultant.
on the phone there at the lodge. In fact, I think you know him. Tino Balducci?
Oh.
I gotta go. My lawyer's here. Good luck, you guys, and keep me posted. Coming!
Tino Balducci.
And Nancy's just as
I'll
annoyed.
get you a master key and leave it in your room. If you need anything else, I'll be in the basement.
And he walks off. Okay. Alright. Nancy brought her teddy, Mr. Snuggles. Mr. Snugglefoot. Who's one of those? I keep forgetting the bear's name. Okay. And we have a luggage, which we cannot open this time, sadly. Wait, I just need to recheck real quick. Am I recording? Okay, I am recording. Imagine if I had not been recording. That would be. Oh my god, I don't know what to think. Okay,
This must be the key
Master
Ollie
Key.
said he'd leave for me.
Speaking of which, Master Key is this book that I read. I've mentioned it a lot in my own books,
And this
and
must be a list of which guest is in what room. That'll come in handy.
it was a really good book with a lot of plot twists. I really enjoyed
Skating
it.
pond maintenance. Oh, looks like I'm going to be doing a little bit of everything while I'm here.
Oh no. Why is Ollie not doing this? Isn't he the maintenance man?
Report all avalanches to the Avalanche Patrol.
Okay. Sauna, criminal activity, Sheriff Mahikan. Okay. Cooking. Breakfast is served at 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. Lunch is served at noon to 1 p.m. Dinner is served at from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. For food preparation, please consult manual in the kitchen. I actually never opened the manual. Okay. Do I do maid duties? Oh yeah, there's a funny thing that you should do with Chinook. Oh yes, I do need to do maid duties. Oh, my darling Elsa. Remember how I told you that I love you more than anything? Well, that was true. But what's even truer is that I'm going to love you forever. Sometimes thinking about forever makes me dizzy. Like when I start thinking about the sky and how it doesn't stop at the moon or the sun, or even at the Milky Way, or even the Milky Way. Milky Way. But just keeps going and going and going. But when I think about you, forever seems totally cool because it's one thing to just keep going and going and going by yourself. But to keep, okay, how many goings is it getting with somebody? That is awesome. Write me back as soon as you get this. I can't wait to see you next week. Love forever, L. Who is L? For some reason, the only name I can think of L is a loquat, which is not a name.
Looks like Elsa was having major boyfriend problems.
Oh, you dearest Elsa, you said in your letter. that you love me forever back. But if that's true, what you put off coming here to see me? When I read you weren't coming, I stopped and looked around because it felt just like somebody had walked up and stabbed me through the heart. I'm starting to get real jealous of that lodge you again. You spend way, way, way more time there than you do with me, and I don't like it one bit. I can't help myself. I'm so in love with you. It's getting hard to see straight. And that's the truest thing I've ever told you. Come see me next week. Totally and completely yours. The heart, L. Who is L? Third note. Dearest Elsa, oh dear Elsa, this time when I read your letter saying you weren't coming, I didn't get sad. I got mad. I can't believe you think working as a stupid maid at some stupid lodge for some stupid lady whose name I can't even pronounce is more important than spending time with me. Okay, I actually had a classmate named Chantal back in school, but she called herself Chantal. I'm not sure if that's true, or because I've heard other pronunciations as well. I call her Chantal as well because that's how she pronounces it. But it's spelled exactly like how the Chantal is spelled in this game. So yeah, it is a hard name that is hard to pronounce. If I didn't love you so much, I'd tell you to go take a flying leap. But since I love you more than anything, I'll just have to do something else. Then maybe take your precious collection of troll dolls out of the box store in my garage and dump them down the disposal. Or maybe I'll sell them on eBay for a nickel a piece. I don't know how else to make you understand that I love you with all my heart and I always will. He does not love her, he's possessive. I'm just glad that Becky said that she's not going to see him. That is oh Becky, no, this is Elsa. Oh, there's one more note. Shanta, this is my formal notice of resignation. While I have enjoyed being in service with you and the staff of Icicle Creek Lodge, I no longer feel safe with all these accidents going on. I've put a claim to your insurance company for the damage I sustained to my tires by the wolf. Oof! Please call me at 555-2383 if you expect any delay with the check. Alright, let's do that. Let's do just that. Done. Well, I guess it was worth a shot. Let's do maid duties first. Ina. Oh, let's snoop stuff. Call out the Wild by Jack London. You cannot open the book. Ski shoes. Oh, is this snowshoes? Snowshoes. Towel. How many rags does he have? I mean, how many rags do you need for white? Okay. Whose friend is this? Kala Kala. I think their names are birds or something. Yani. Ina. Okay. Pish Pish. Okay. I need to know the significance of these names because I do not understand them. Okay. Rudimentary geology. Okay. Okay. Nancy opens none of them. Okay. Who's back? Who's back? Whose room is this? Pish Pish. I think it's Bill. And yeah, it is Bill. Olali. I think this one's Guadalupe. She's a fan. Biathlon man. Fredonian brings out the competition. Plus, simple ways to adjust your rifle sight. Okay, let's see what else she has in her room. She has nothing else. Okay, that's the last room. So let's go to the
This
garbage
must be where I
disposal.
dropped the laundry
I
bag
mean,
after I'm
laundry
done cleaning all
disposal.
the rooms. That's not what goes here. Cheeseburger.
Oh, I should play that game next. I should so play that game next.
100 euros. Are you foo?
Nancy's bathroom clocks are like crazy.
This chute is for dirty laundry.
Okay, I need to try something. Four, five. Did that work? It did not. How do I get Icicle? Oh no, I forgot the trick, but I know I did it and I entered the room. Was it Chino? Okay, that didn't work. So let's see. Newspaper. Food poisoning, wolf plague, Icicle Creek Lodge. Ooh. Oh, they're here.
Well, hello there. You must be the new maid Ollie told us about. I'm Bill Kessler. This guy's Lou Talbot.
Hey,
What's your name again?
Nancy Drew. Just thought I'd come over and say hello.
Well, Lou here's a grad student. Art major, of all things. You're probably gonna need a jackhammer and some hydrochloric acid to clean his room, eh?
Okay.
Have you two been at the lodge for a while?
About a week, I guess. I checked in right after he did. We sat down after breakfast one morning and discovered that this fox and geese game is pretty darn fun. I've been whipping his tail ever since.
You didn't just come here to play games, did you?
Heck no. I came for the ice fishing. Of course, knowing there's a renegade wolf running around is kinda dampened my enthusiasm.
Have you seen the wolf? Oh, why is it not clicking? Oh my god. Okay.
Have you seen the wolf?
Just heard it. Every night since I've been here, in fact. Gets creepier each time. They should get rid of it, and the sooner the better. They didn't put up with wolves prowling around this place 40 years ago, and they shouldn't put up with them now.
what are you, Little Red Riding Hood? That wolf's not hurting anybody. People should just leave it alone.
You'll be singing a different tune when it has some little kid for breakfast, then has you for lunch.
Not gonna happen, dude.
Trust me, if something bad can happen, chances are it eventually will, dude. Hey, I know what you can do. Shovel the snow off the skating pond so we can do some speed skating. Lou here thinks he's
Oh my
faster than
god.
me.
You're like ancient. Of course I'm faster than you.
You may have youth on your side, my friend, but I've been working construction since before you were born, which means I am more fit now than you will ever be. Get that pond shoveled so we can settle this, okay, kiddo?
Consider it done.
Okay.
You're supposed to be shoveling snow off the pond.
Oh, so you're not going to talk to me until then. Wow. Not like Nancy's getting paid to do any of that. Not like they are paying her
Oh,
generally.
no.
Is
Something
something
wrong.
wrong?
You are what is
Oh,
wrong.
what?
Chantal said there would be no more guests to make noise at all hours and disturb my training. Yet what stands before me? A new guest.
No, I'm not a guest. I'm Nancy Drew, the new maid, and the new cook.
Forgive me. Allow me to start over. I am Yanni Vokstaya. I am here to train for the Eastern European Cross Country Championship. I spend my days doing interval work, drills, and isometric exercises. I follow a strict program, one painstakingly designed by a team of the best coaches in Fredonia. In fact, under no circumstances are you to use your key to let anyone into my room. My competitors are constantly spying on me, trying to steal my techniques.
I understand.
No, what you must understand is this. If anything is missing or so much as out of place in my room, you can expect a visit from me, and it will not be a pleasant one.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the wolf while you were out training?
No, for which I'm very grateful. In my country, in Fredonia, it is said that the gaze of the wolf will make you go blind.
Ooh.
You don't really believe that, do you?
They're creatures of infinite evil, and that is all I'm going to say on the matter.
You're
Okay.
busy, so I'll let you go.
Come back anytime.
Okay. That was
Oh, it feels wonderful in here.
okay. Let's leave the room.
Need something?
Oh no, my game's frozen. Okay. Why is my game freezing?
You look busy. What are you making?
I'm building something that's gonna solve all our problems. A
Huh?
wolf trap. One that'll
Oh.
finish off that thing out there once and for all.
You think the wolf is causing the accidents?
Not a doubt in my mind. Everything was A-OK till it showed up and started howling. It's bad luck. And something's protecting it.
Okay.
Something unnatural.
Ooh.
Why do you say that?
Yesterday I went looking for it. I tracked it and finally found it, sitting across the creek, not 20 yards away from me, just staring at me. So I raised my rifle, drew a bead, and fired. Easiest shot I've ever taken in my life. And I missed.
Maybe he's just a
So I
bad
fired
shot.
again, and I missed, and then I missed again, and all the while it just sat there staring until finally it just stood up, walked toward the brush just as calm as could be, and disappeared. Wild
Ooh.
animals just don't act like that, and I just don't miss like that. There's something real weird about that wolf, and I ain't gonna rest till I get rid of it. So maybe we should just find something else to job out. You met my little girl yet?
No, but you mentioned that her name is Freddie?
Yep. Spends most of her time outside. She built herself a little snow fort. Just sits out there waiting for somebody to go by so she can pick a snowball fight with them. I keep asking her how she manages to stay warm all day, but she won't tell me. Says she's got a secret weapon. Yeah, she's something.
Okay. Secret weapon.
Can you tell me more about the accidents that have been happening around here?
Nope, sure can't.
Okay.
You can't or you don't want to?
Chantal and those lawyers of hers said I couldn't talk about 'em. Supposed to direct all questions to her. Sorry.
How long have you worked for Chantal?
About a year and a half. I was her first hire. Best hire, too. I could run this place single-handed if I had to, just like I'm doing now.
Okay.
Have you ever been in the guest lodge business before?
I tried my hand at it once. Long story short, didn't work out. But I've learned a whole lot since then. I could make it work now. Just need to find the right property, get my hands on enough cash to make a down payment, that's all.
Does your wife, Freddie's mom, does she live here too?
In the summer she does, but in the winter she goes south. See, she's got this nerve condition that makes her real sensitive to cold. Freddie'd like to go with her, but until Chantal stops putting off giving me that raise she promised me, sending Freddie south too is out of the question.
That's all the questions I had.
If you need anything, just holler.
Okay, let's see. Who shall I call? I cannot click on the numbers. I have to call.
This is the sheriff's office. Nobody's in the office right now, so you can either hang up and call back or wait for the beep and leave us a message. Your choice.
Might as well leave a message. Hi, Sheriff, it's Nancy Drew. Nothing urgent. I'm just kind of checking in, so if I don't hear from you, I'll call you back later. Bye.
Okay, Pineville Hospital. Okay. Oh shoot! No, that's the wrong number, isn't it?
You have reached
Oh, it's
Pineville
not.
Hospital. All our doctors and nurses are busy right now. Please try again later. Thank you.
Okay. How about? Okay, I do not want to call Pino. 274.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy Drew.
You know who's behind the accident?
Not quite yet.
Oh.
It's been
About
barely an
Tino,
hour.
I'm not totally comfortable with the idea of consulting with him on this case.
Why not? Two heads are always better than one, and
Mm-mm.
I find him to be very knowledgeable and kind of charming.
Do you know what he did when we were on that train trip Laurie Gerard arranged?
He didn't go into a lot of detail, but he did say that that's all water under the bridge. Besides, I'm paying him, and I want to get my money's
Okay, so
worth.
you're paying
Like it or
him
not, you're going
for
to consult
doing
with.
nothing, but
Understood?
not paying Nancy, who is
Understood.
Good.
actually
Anything else?
doing the investigations. Chantal, you are bad.
I'd like to know more about the accidents. I asked Ollie, but he said you said he wasn't allowed to talk about them.
I didn't mean he couldn't talk about them with you. Ugh. I'll give him a call. As for the accidents, the first thing that happened was the worst. The Faringdale family and Becky the cook all came down with food poisoning and had to be hospitalized. Somehow, the potato salad got contaminated, although Becky swears it wasn't because of anything she did. I cannot tell you how awful it was. All 5 people became violently ill at roughly the same time. But were they all in the same room? Of course not. They were spread out all over the lodge. Poor Elsa was cleaning for days. And the odor? Oh my gosh. Anyway, then Carl Jenkins slipped on the stairs outside and broke his leg. Then Lou Talbot's window was broken. Then Elsa the maid's tires were slashed. Then the phone wires were cut. And then... Oh yeah, and then the Southwaites were almost overcome by fumes when gas started leaking into the
Ooh,
sauna.
So, who's suing you?
No
everyone.
one yet. But my lawyers are afraid it's just a matter of time and are trying to figure out what preventative measures to take.
Is it true that you promised Ollie a raise, but you haven't given it to him yet?
He told you that? I can't believe it.
Meaning,
Okay, I mentioned to Ollie once that I thought he maybe deserved a raise, and now every time I turn around, he's all
Okay,
like,
she
"Where's the raise
didn't
you
give him a
promised me?
raise.
Where's the raise you promised me?" Doesn't he realize I have a few other things to think about right now? I swear, sometimes that crabby little whiner drives me nuts.
I better get back to work.
Good. Talk to you soon.
Okay, let's get out of here and see what. Maybe we should shovel that pond. Okay, wait, how do you get? Okay,
Ha! Who goes there?
Nancy Drew?
Nancy Drew shall not pass unless and until she proves herself worthy.
And how does she do that?
By hitting the snow princess 10 times. Snowballs only, no ice balls.
What are ice balls?
Snowballs made of ice. If you get hit with one, it can knock you out. So don't throw any or I'll tell my dad.
You must be Ollie's daughter, Freddie.
I am the snow princess. Prepare to defend yourself.
okay.
You won, so you may pass.
So we win, and
That
yes,
face from a
well,
clock, it's all melted. Part of the timing device that was used to trigger the bomb that blew up the bunkhouse, maybe?
okay. Let's go to the lake.
A nice fishing shack. A nice warm one at that.
Why is Nancy measuring the fish? Oh yeah, that's for something later. Okay, let's shovel the pond. No, oh no. I might as well make lunch first. I remember there was one time I had to go somewhere. I think it was to the bathroom. And this was during recording, during my last video, Icicle Quick.
I
And
feel warmer already.
I think I should mention this because it's embarrassing for me. So I left my PC and asked someone else to handle the kitchen. What happened is they burned the kitchen. It wasn't me. It wasn't me who did that. I never burned it before on purpose. I mean, unintentionally. Okay. This one don't want. This one they want one. Okay. Lou eats very less. One hamburger, one cheese, lettuce, onion, ketchup. One cheese, lettuce, onion, ketchup. Okay, let me just make it real big. Cheese, lettuce, onion, ketchup.
This ain't right.
This ain't right. Cheese, lettuce, onion, and ketchup. Cheese, lettuce, onion, ketchup. What mean this ain't right?
Order up.
Okay. Cheese, lettuce, pickle, tomato mustard. Cheese, lettuce, cheese, lettuce, pickle, tomato, and mustard. Do they need zucchini? Yes, they do.
Order up.
Okay. Cheese, lettuce, pickle, onion, ketchup. Okay. Cheese, lettuce, pickle, onion, and one ketchup.
Order up.
Oh, this one wants everything, two of cheese and two of lettuce.
Order up.
Okay. Okay. Let's go shovel that pond. And I have to go through. Oh, it's a different place. It's a totally different place. So I went through her for that.
Guess I better get this pond shoveled off.
Uh oh.
Yes, but I'm okay now. I just got a little wet and cold. Actually, I got really cold. My lips turned this really interesting shade of violet.
You're supposed to be investigating accidents, not having them.
I know. I'll be more careful next time. I promise.
I'd like to believe that, Nancy, but I just can't afford to.
Oh, she's
I'm
not
in enough
okay,
trouble
Nancy.
with my insurance company already.
You don't mean...
Oh, but I do mean you're fired.
It's just as bad as the Raleighs.
Guess I better get this pond shoveled off.
I don't know how I still cannot get the hang of this thing. Okay.
Whoa! Guess I better get this pond shoveled off.
Okay. So I'm looking at the patterns right now. It apparently means that this one is an essay for Cry. I mean, Kisses Cry, which is the next game, which I think is okay.
That ought to do it. Wait a second. Those look like wolf tracks. Maybe I should find out where they go.
And Nancy goes after wolf tracks.
Weird. Looks like some kind of monument. What's this doing here? Strange. It's halfway in and halfway out. Been there, done that. This thing must open up somehow.
Okay, so let's go out. Chicken Rich. Oh.
Sounded like an explosion. What's that noise? Oh no! I'm buried in snow. I've got to dig myself out before I run out of air. I'll never make it. I can barely breathe. Someone's up there. Help! I'm down here, right under you. Can you hear me? Help! I can't breathe. I heard it. Thank goodness. Easy. It's okay. I'm not real happy about the situation either. It's gone, but thanks to that hole it dug, I can breathe again. Now if I can just pull myself out. Ah, warm again.
Okay. Sound of snoring. Okay. Oh, she's here.
Well, who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew.
Perhaps what I should have asked Nancy is, what are you? You're obviously much too young to be a paying guest.
Ouch, that's so mean of her. Okay.
I'm the new maid.
Oh, the new maid, thank goodness! I was wondering how much longer the owner expected us to endure these conditions and still pay full price.
How long has Elsa been gone?
2 days, I think. Maybe even 3. I don't know. It's all a blur of dirt and dust and soap residue. My name is Guadalupe Comillo. My friends call me Lupe. 2 things, dear. First, the alarm clock is missing from my room. I don't necessarily need another one. I just don't want to be charged for that one, seeing as I have no idea where it went to. Second, be a doll and clean my room first. It'll hardly take you any time at all, especially compared to the other rooms. The other guests are all men. Single men.
Well, I'm happy to report that I've already cleaned your room.
Excellent.
I hate to sound nosy, but What are you doing?
Birds. I'm watching birds. That's what I am, you see, a bird watcher. Sometimes I go outside and watch, and sometimes I stay inside. It all depends on what the birds feel like doing and what I feel like doing.
So that's what brought you to Icicle Creek Lodge, the birding?
Absolutely. The place is a veritable birding paradise, even in winter. In fact, in the short time I've been here, I've seen hawks, eagles, orioles, cardinals, jays, nothing truly rare. But to a wildlife lover such as myself, seeing them in such a spectacular setting is thrilling nonetheless.
Have you ever seen the wolf that's been hanging out around here?
No. Not that I'm looking for it, of course. Yanni occasionally skis by, and that dullard of a student, I see him snowshoeing occasionally. But I've yet to see the wolf. Have you seen it?
Hmm.
Me? I'm just the maid, remember? But I did find a bunch of tracks beyond the pond. You could try following them and maybe see the wolf that way.
Maybe I will. Have you told anyone else what you just told me?
No?
Good. Don't. You see, I'd like to see this wolf for myself, and I don't want everyone else going after it and scaring it away. And there's no telling what that trigger-happy handyman might do. So it'll just be our little secret, all right?
Have you met the other guests?
I've bumped into them at one time or another, yes. I don't spend all my time in front of this window. That Yanni fellow, he's very talented, but extremely intense. His whole life revolves around being the best in the world. As for the two who are always sitting across the way playing that silly game, the older man, Bill Kessler, he's no deep thinker, but he's nice enough. But the other one, that college student, talking to him is like trying to converse with a giant turnip. No social graces whatsoever. I almost prefer talking to the handyman. Almost. Anyone that intent on destroying something as glorious as that wolf is hardly worth talking to.
I'll let you go.
Ta-ta!
Okay, let's see.
Huh? Oh, hi.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to wake you.
Could have fooled me. What do you want?
Are you by any chance related to Rolf Kessler, the guy who used to build carousels around the turn of the last century?
No idea.
Is this the first time you've been to the lodge?
Yep, sure is.
Since Mr. Talbot isn't here, could I play a game of fox and geese with you?
You bet. Have a seat. Here are the rules. The white pieces are the geese. The black piece is the fox. The goal of the geese is to corner the fox so he can't move, while the goal of the fox is to gobble up geese so that they can't corner him. The geese can only move forward along a line to the next point, either directly forwards, diagonally, or sideways. Same thing for the fox, except when he's next to a goose that has an empty spot directly behind it. He can jump over it.
Gobble it up.
Right. Gobble it up and remove it from the board. You just take turns and play until somebody wins and somebody loses. I'll be the fox. Ready?
You bet.
Okay, let's see. Oh. Hmm.
Huh? Oh, now what?
I'll let you get back to your nap.
Hasta siesta.
So we're done with that, and this thing is done. I want to call Malucci. Okay.
Contents deleted. Wonder why.
Hmm? Yes?
Hey, Nancy. I was wondering when your number there was gonna show up on caller ID. This is Tino Balducci. Remember me? From that last train to Blue Moon Canyon we went on? Yeah, I'm the one who helped you find that long-lost treasure.
I'm not sure helped is the right word, Mr. Balducci.
Please, call me Tino.
In fact, Tino, I'm a little surprised you're still in law enforcement, considering some of the unethical, if not illegal, stunts you pulled back then.
Hey, that's all behind me. Ancient history. Water under the bridge. So, looks like we're gonna be working together on this sabotage thing, huh?
Looks like.
Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm working on something that'll pretty much crack this case wide open. But in the meantime, what can I do you for?
Nothing really. Just thought I'd call and kind of check in.
Oh. Well, Chantel hired me to be at your disposal, so you know where to find me. Arrivederci.
Bye.
Okay. Alright, so that's day one, I guess. I don't see anything else that I can do. So I'm just gonna turn this off, I guess. Oh wait, for dinner. Okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.